Yo, what's going on, everybody? I am the host of the Trash Talk Monday podcast, the Geeks Five Ever Trash Talk panel on Mondays. I am Jesse Goko, also known as JB. What is going on? Welcome back. I know it's been a while since we've done a podcast. I know we haven't done a Friday podcast in a while. We haven't done a Wednesday podcast. We haven't even done a Monday podcast, really. It's just a lot of things have been going on, especially with life trying to get back to some level of normalcy. With especially with cons coming back up. I know some people have asked questions about that, like, "Hey, what's going on with the podcast? You haven't done an episode in a while." So, well, I'm not really feeling the flow today, but um, no, I mean it's like I'm not doing a regular intro because I don't see the like. I'm trying to think of the word to say. I'm not really feeling it right now. I know it's been a while. Like it has been a while since I've done the podcast. I've had other shit happen to me lately. So I mean, it's whatever at this point. I mean, we are trying to get back on the groove of the podcast. Um, I know. So on the 17th, we were supposed to do an interview with somebody, an author. Um, so the 17th, no matter, is definitely so. September 17th is the last day. It's a Friday. It's the last Friday. We are going to do the Friday podcast. After that, we're not doing the podcast on Fridays anymore. The podcast will move to Wednesdays. Um, Uzi, come be on. Wait, you didn't go to San Japan though. But no, the podcast will be moving from Friday to Wednesdays. The Trash Talk panel will stay on Mondays, and that's really just me. And the Trash Talk panel on Mondays is something I started with Kenneth. So I'm gonna keep doing it by myself mostly. I'll have people come on every now and then. And whoever wants to come on can come on. Like that's the one we open up the lines for. But Tuesdays, I'm going to because I have the Anchor.fm app on my phone, and I need to start doing something with that. I'm actually going to start doing a audio only podcast on Tuesdays. So definitely that's something that I am looking forward to doing. The name of the podcast is "So I Woke Up Choosing Violence Today." I woke up choosing violence today, and I woke up and chose violence today. That's what it's called. What's up, Chad? I know Chad was not at San Japan. Hey, if you can be on the podcast today, let me know so you can talk about San Japan a bit. Because I didn't go. Obviously, I didn't go because I was supposed to come to your room and stay there. But a lot of things happen, and so just let me know if you want to come on. I'm also eating my dinner. All right, for sure. I'll give you a minute. Delta equals small ppcon. Whatever helps you sleep at night, sir. You doing feet and butt stuff. But I don't know. I didn't go to San Japan because there was a lot going on. I know there are some people that believe the reason why I didn't go is because there was some drama between me and another individual. Honestly, that is not the case at all. I was asked by my mother to help her do some stuff on Saturday. And San Japan. Okay, yeah. San Japan is small ppcon. That's right. I agree 100%. Because I wasn't there. We all know if I'm there. If I'm not there, it sucks. But man, I wish I would have gone. But like I said, my mom needed my help this weekend. Plus, some other stuff happened that I don't want to get into because it's not my business; it's their business. Some other stuff happened, so we dealt with that. And plus, we're getting ready for EchiCon anyway. EchiCon is in the. Man, shut up. We're going to EchiCon on the 24th through the 26th. It's in the Austin, Texas, Austin area, I believe. We only have 2 panels though. I'm doing terrible fan fiction on Sunday and karaoke on Friday. But after, so that's the crazy thing. So we have EchiCon that fucking weekend, and then 2 weeks later we have the first weekend of the Texas Renaissance Festival, and that's really why we're no longer doing the podcast on Fridays. Taco Bell is gross, dude. Yeah, no. So EchiCon is a thing. EchiCon this is their first year, and believe it or not, we do have a couple adult only uh, cons, but yeah. So we signed up for EchiCon. I didn't think anything of it, but they approved 2 of our panels. So trying to see if we're going to be approved for press. I don't think they're going to approve us for press, but it doesn't hurt to to try, at least submit and try. But we'll see where it goes. Honestly, I want to give a shout out to everybody joining us today. I know it's been a while since we've done a Monday podcast, huh? The more you know. It's more the gross I never heard. We had this con sound sketchy. Yes, Uzi, you should come with us. Yeah, no, adult cons are better. There's less creepy guys. Believe it or not, there are less creepy guys. So a lot of these creepy guys, they like to prey on underage girls, and since there's nobody there underage, I don't understand that either. That's fucking gross. Why would no? I can't even I can't even make conversation with somebody that's not 21 and up. Like, what? You're not 21 yet? Bye. You don't even exist to me. Bye. Mm-mm. No. Can't do it. I am not the one. I didn't go to San Japan. San Japan was just this past weekend. I know some people went. I know Mr. Chad, the saxophone player, Mr. Jazz, who's going to be joining us on the podcast briefly. Let me see if another buddy of mine went. He goes by Zeros to Heroes. But if you went to San Japan, let me know, and you can come on the podcast and talk about it. If you were at San Japan, let me know. Would like to invite you to come on the podcast to talk about the con. If you weren't, it's okay. It's all good. Let me ask my boy. All right, joining us is the man with the plan, the man that runs, who runs the group called Jazz at the Con, who was also did a surprise show this past weekend during the halftime of the cosplay competition. He had told me in advance, but I promised to keep it secret. So congratulations to him for being the halftime performing act for San Japan's cosplay competition. The one, the only, Chad the man. Oh, whoops, got to change that.
What's going on, man?
What's going on with your background? You look like you're having a stroke.
It's a synthetic green screen kind of shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations on doing the halftime show at San Japan.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. It was it's a really fun experience with I think that was actually our biggest crowd to date that we've been doing this.
I mean, that's good, but does it really count though? Because it wasn't like organic.
Yeah. It's like, well, I'll take what I can get. You know? But yeah, it was pretty. It was a pretty cool weekend. But
No, so tell me, dude, how was the con, by the way? Okay, so I know you had told me, I know you told me about the about you doing the halftime show. I remember you spoke to me about it, and you're like, hey, don't tell anybody, especially somebody else that we know, because I don't want him saying something or getting mad or being like, what? How did you do that? You know. But
yeah.
I know, but how was the con overall? I mean,
Uh, honestly, I didn't really go to a lot of the stuff around the con. I was just, either in the room or, Saturday I was mostly doing prep for the performance that we had before before the halftime show, and that was a whole thing. But it was pretty good for what it was pretty good, all things considered. Like
I
we still had
heard,
fun.
I heard you jumped into the jacuzzi with your phone in your pocket.
No, see what happened was, okay. So I was there. I was in the jacuzzi, and then like my phone was, those little cabana chairs, those like that have that long flat side with like um that half back or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It was sitting on like one of those. I went to grab it, and I guess my hands were still wet, and it like dropped in for like 5 seconds. I was like, oh really?
Oh, that fucking sucks, dude.
Dude, what are you doing? Move. Shit. Damn cats.
Well, okay, because I saw your post about your phone, and it went for like a swim or some shit.
Oh yeah.
But how many panels did you do though? You did two, right?
No, we did the performance and the halftime show.
Okay, okay. So you did one, and then you did the halftime show. Did you go to Deacon Rap's show?
It was a scheduling conflict between. It was a scheduling conflict. We couldn't work it out.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest. I probably would have missed both y'all shows because I am so bad about going to other people's shit. Jesse, hey, we're gonna go to this panel. All right, cool. Is it mine? No, it's not your panel. All right, fuck it. I'm not leaving the room. I am so bad about leaving the room if it's not mine. And honestly, dude, honestly, I wanted to go really bad. I really wanted to go, and I was trying to find a way to go up there Saturday, but it
Yeah.
just wasn't meant to happen. I had so much shit happen here, and like I really, really wanted to go. And honestly, I know a couple people talked about the drama that happened,
Right.
but that honestly had nothing to do with me not going.
Right. Right.
I was still gonna go. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Everybody knows me. I will still go and I will have fun.
Hell yeah.
I will go and I will party. I have partied with people that hate my guts. They'll be like, fuck Jesse. I'm like, yeah, fuck Jesse. Wait, that's me. Yeah, I'm an asshole. Fuck it.
Hell yeah.
But how was the party?
Uh, it was like for what it ended up being. It was fun, but it was like way below what I had initially planned. I was like, okay, half the group wants to go do this, half the group wants to go. All right, if y'all want to stay here and party, then let's do that. But if y'all want to go do your own thing, then it is what it is. We're just gonna deal with it.
No, I mean it's fine. I mean it's honestly okay, so bigger cons it's a little bit more okay, so it's not more difficult, but it's more of a challenge, I want to say, to have a big party than at a smaller con.
Right.
because at the bigger cons, there's just so much going on, and people aren't as friendly at the bigger cons. Like in the small cons, everyone's like willing to talk and make friends, and like there's only a couple room parties, and like, pretty much the people that run the room parties all know about each other, and they all
Yeah.
collaborate, except for maybe a few cons where they don't do that. But at the bigger cons, there's so much going on. There's so many people. Parties are more tight knit. Like they're only close friends, and even that, like there's been a few cons where I've been where they have had massive parties, like Icki but like that's not really a good idea anyway. Like to have massive room parties like at Icki because you can have the cops just raid your fucking room and shit, and it's
Oh
fucking
shit.
crazy.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, overall, dude, I mean, honestly, like I've had people who tell me like, "Hey, are you going to this con? Are you gonna have panels? Are you gonna have a party?" And I'll be like, "No, no cons, no panels, no party. I'm not going." They're all like, "Oh man, fuck that. I ain't going then." Or okay, I guess I'll go, but I'm not gonna do shit.
Hell
Like there
yeah.
are people that just specifically go to a con if we're there. Like, oh, he's gonna be there. I'm definitely gonna fucking go. So like I was wondering how the party went. I didn't get to talk to y'all Saturday because I ended up taking a fucking nap and
Hell
waking up
yeah.
at 11. But overall, some shit happened. Some shit happened with a couple members. F the drama as long as the atmosphere is good. All right, we got a question for you. So, all right, so what were some of the things that you liked about the con, and what are some of the things that you hated about the con? And we're gonna give it a rating. Now, the way the rating system works is I will. There are a couple things that I will share with you. All right, so when you rate cons, you can only rate the con based on things the con can control. One, if your friends didn't show up, that is not on the con. That is something they don't control. They don't they don't control whether your friends go or not. The cons also don't control room parties. Just if
Right.
the room parties suck, that's not the con's fault. That is room parties are definitely not part of the con's responsibilities.
Hell yeah.
Parking, that is also not the con's. Um, the con is only responsible for the amount of panels, how well it's organized, how badly it's organized, the amount of vendor like was it easy to find the vendors room? Was it easy to find artist alley? Was it easy to find the panels? Were the staff helpful? Were the staff around? Was the con like did everything start on time? Was the con organized? That's what we're gonna rate the con. We're gonna base it on shit they can control. Can't
Right.
judge a con based on the weather. They're not God. Can't judge a con on the parking because that's not them. That's the venue. Can't judge a con based on the room parties because once again, that is not their responsibility to make sure that people go and trash hotel rooms. That is not what they're trying to do. So, with that being said, what are some of the things you liked about the con, or what are some of the things you didn't like about the con?
Uh, I guess for my main like dislike was only line con to get the badges Thursday. Like that was oof. But I get that they were understaffed, so it was like so I'm not so it's I guess I understand why it happened, but still it was like ooh man that line was brutal.
Yeah, I had heard like the line was pretty fucking bad, but I don't know. That's a gray area. We'll see if we can judge them based on that.
Right, right.
What else did you hate about the con?
Um, that was really it, honestly.
All right, joining us is the man who also had a panel and performed at San Japan, the otaku rapping artist known as the one, the only Deacon Rap. Thank you for joining us. What the fuck?
Hey,
What's up?
What's up? What's
how
up?
come I
So,
wasn't invited?
bitch, I don't invite anybody. When you show up on the chat, I will say, hey, do you want to join while you're here? And then you say yes, and then I send you the link. I don't specifically message you.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, then
LineCon.
man, no, it wasn't. It
That's
was a line to get your badge, but that's it.
that
Yeah,
sounds like LineCon to me.
No, not really. I mean, if you were there Thursday, here's the thing. Usually on Thursday, there almost nobody goes to get their badge. But for some reason this year, it seems like everybody knew that not everybody goes to get their badge on Thursday, and the line is pretty short. Like my friend John was saying, bro, I miss when nobody knew to hack to San Japan.
I don't know if that's a hack. That's more of
Because
everyone.
looking back at previous years, it was a hack compared to this year.
All right, so I was asking Chad what are some of the things about the con he liked and he didn't like.
Gotcha. Well, one of the things I didn't like, it seemed like Chad got to go 10 minutes over his time. I had to get cut 10 minutes early.
That's something he doesn't control though.
No, for me it was controlled. At the end of my set, whatchamacallit, people were chanting my name, Deacon Raff, because I'm supposed to be from 2:30 to 3:30. I run out, I look at the sound guy, hey yo, how much time we got left? He just does this, and then when I go to unplug my computer, I still had 10 minutes left.
Oof.
Keep in mind, the next person doesn't go on until 4 o'clock.
I would have told them to fuck off.
Yeah, I know, but I was already in trouble for walking through without a mask. I had forgot my mask when we went down the elevator. I was staying at the same hotel as Chad, and halfway to the halfway to the convention center, I realized, oh crap, I don't have a mask. Okay, let's just go get one at the Hyatt. You know, at the front desk they probably have one. It's a super long line. We don't have time to wait because we still got to do sound check. We got to set up the raffle. We got to set up this, and so then we go up, and they're like, "You have a mask?" I just say, "Oh, I have one. I left it inside the ballroom." I go inside. The sound guys don't even have extra masks. The lady with a backpack that's in charge of events and everything, she doesn't have any extra masks. And then, 5 minutes before I'm supposed to start, somebody pulls me inside and says, Mark in charge wants to talk to you. And I'm like, what? You come with us. I'm like, my panel starts and we don't care, come with us. So they take me to a staff-only area, and they're like, okay, we got to wait for Mark. My panel starts in 5 minutes. And so I'm waiting, and Dave, of all people, comes back and it's like, and I'm like, Dave, buddy, don't Dave, buddy me. I'm disappointed in you. Blah blah blah. You're supposed to be wearing a mask. Blah blah blah. And I explained to him what.
David Booth.
Dave Henkin.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
He's the chairman who made the racist tweet and was supposed to be booted.
Why is he there?
I don't know. So when he starts lecturing me, in my mind, I'm like, don't lecture me, Mr. Racist Tweet. You're not even supposed to be here.
Wait.
But I don't say that.
Hold on. Hold the phone, sir. Breaking news. The man who was removed as the head of San Japan, the owner himself, the man that was supposed to be taken out of power, was at the con running the fucking con?
I don't know if he was running the con. I think he's more like a silent partner.
He owns the con.
He was the chairman.
No, but he's the owner.
I'm assuming so. I'm assuming so. Because why else would he be there?
But he's not supposed to be backstage doing anything.
No, so that's what's on my mind. But I'm just gonna, I don't want to get banned or kicked out because this is my favorite con. And so then he's like, "Why? What are you even doing here? Your panel's supposed to be going on." And I'm like, they blame your staff. Oh, go! And so then I go. I put my ranger suit on. We start late, and then I have to cut the entire second act and ship to the last part. And I was able to do 6 out of 10 songs. That face. What about it?
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. The man himself, Deacon Rap, has shared with us exclusive information at Geeks 5 Ever, the Trash Talk panel. Dave, who's also known as Pros, the man that owns San Japan, who was the con chair, is still working backstage with the con after it was announced that he was no longer in charge of San Japan or even working with San Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, like one of my friends, not gonna say who, but to predict her name, but my friend was all like, "Ooh, I should go up to Dave and be like, hey Dave, happy to see you." Probably not happy to see me because I'm not the right color. And then my friend started to point out that there are no POC guests at the con, and I'm like, let me pull them up.
Let's see who the San Japan.
Look. I'm gonna sum it up for you. White. Oh, Mr. Creepypasta. I don't know what ethnicity it is. White.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, and then the boardroom. It was super bright in there, and the lights weren't on.
How do you
How do I
look at
what?
the fucking guest on their website?
Oh, I used the guidebook.
Community guest. All right, let me see. Oh, they have an Asian voice actor. He is considered a person of color. I think they have two. This person doesn't look like they're white.
Yeah, there was one girl with red hair. We couldn't tell. We didn't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm
looking
at.
Latin for short.
Blah 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 blah. They're from Genshin Impact. That Weave game I've never played. Doesn't say. It doesn't say, but it looks like there's two people of color that they had as guests.
Yeah.
All right. So, besides your own panels, did you actually wander around the con?
Yeah. Let's see. I've horrible hentai dubs. The line went pretty quick, even though I showed up late. And let's see. What other panel did I go to? My own panel went fine. The AV team was amazing. Late night gaming. I didn't really like the games. They had like Gears of War. They had a couple Dragon Ball games. They had some first-person shooters.
Man, that sounds awesome.
They had no racing game, no Need for Speed, no Midnight Club, no Test Drive. They didn't even have Mario Kart.
Give a shit about race. If you want to listen, sir, it takes me. I have to sit in a car for 3 hours to get to that fucking con. I'm not about to sit my happy ass on a chair and play a game that involves more fucking driving. If I really wanted to drive around and street race, I would just drive on the freeway.
Listen to me. I will be on a 3-hour road trip playing a racing game on my phone.
First off, sir, you're not supposed to be driving and being on your phone at the same time. That's
I'm not going to drive and be on my phone, no.
Who
drives and is still on their phone?
You apparently.
No, I don't. I don't. I'm saying, let me rephrase that. When I'm the passenger on a road trip, I'll be sitting there playing racing games on my phone.
I'm about to say, you better not be that asshole who's
No, I'm
driving,
not.
who's driving and then goes on Pokemon Go, and the Pokemon Go app is like, "Are you the passenger?" Yes, I am the passenger. Now let me play while I drive.
I don't
Touche,
support that,
Goku.
honestly.
Fucking Sanji's like, "Touche, Goku." LOL.
Yeah, what you called it? Like, I can see Jesse, like, doing that, get into an accident, and then the other guy doesn't have insurance either, and the other guy's like, "You want to just take off?" And Jesse's like, "Sure, bro, let me just get my bumper."
You stole that joke.
Yeah,
You stole that joke from
I
me.
did. No,
Because that
I stole it from some comedian whose name I can't remember.
Felipe or some shit like that.
Yeah, Felipe something.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
He didn't come
yeah.
up with that joke.
He didn't.
No, he didn't come up with that shit. That's because you see that shit all the time in the Mexican. Never mind. I don't want to get into that. Anyways, so about San Japan, what are some of the things about the con that you liked and you didn't like? Because we're gonna go ahead and rate the con. We're gonna rate the con on a scale of 1 to 10. I mean 0 to 10. 10 being the absolute best, 0 being that it was complete and utter bullshit.
I give it a 6.
Okay, why do you give it a 6 out of 10?
San Japan 2018 and San Japan 2019 were better cons
How so?
in the sense of I was more excited for it. I had more fun. Not one time did I feel like getting out my phone and scrolling through social media, and then not at one time did I feel like, what am I doing here? I want to be where the people are. And San Japan 2019 and 2018 were just overall a better experience.
Okay.
I mean, it was better than 2017 and 2016, but not as good as San Japan 2013, San Japan 2015, nor was it as good as San Japan 2009.
Okay.
So I rate it somewhere in the lower middle.
Honestly, dude, I don't understand the whole being on your phone and being on social media. To answer some comments, Uzi, yes, you are right. Gabby says, "Hello, Cheerios." I think she wants a bowl of Cheerios. Somebody hook her up. And Sanji says, -1. Oof. Uh, honestly, and like everybody that knows me can agree. Like when it comes to conventions, anime cons, I think my headset's about to die. Oh shit! I don't have a backup mic or anything.
Oof.
That's not good. Uh, can I use this to talk?
Can you?
I don't know. I'm about to find out.
Okay then. Well, Chad, what was your favorite thing about this year's San Japan if you can't pick performing?
Just being back there, and seeing all the awesome cosplayers. Because like, dude, hats off to
Yeah.
y'all. Hats
Oh,
off to
speaking of
y'all. I can't
cosplay,
fucking do it.
when I was the White Ranger, there was the Green Power Ranger. Did you see him?
Hell yeah,
Yeah, we got to do the Spider-Man meme.
nice.
Yeah, there's also a picture of us doing the fusion dance. And when I was Nightwing, there was a Robin, and we got a picture of us again doing the Spider-Man.
Can y'all hear me?
meme.
Yeah,
You can hear me.
yeah.
I can't
Alright.
see you though. Nah, just kidding.
Hold on. You know what?
I'm kidding. I can see you.
Nice.
Shit. Y'all gonna make me bring out the big guns.
That's good.
Are they even synced? Nope. Oh, here they are.
However, we can hear your fan now. No, but Chad, did you do the scavenger hunt?
Hold on, give me a
I
second.
did not actually.
Bro, I was doing it. I got a lot of them, thinking, oh man, I'm probably gonna be in first place. Like a lot of people probably didn't do the scavenger hunt. There's like 5 people that got almost everything.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh, I didn't do nothing.
Uh,
Yeah, and then Jesse, can you hear us? Okay, he still can't hear us. And then what you call it? But yeah, overall, San Japan, yeah, 6 out of 10. Not exactly the best, and I would rate it in the lower half of my top 10.
give it like Jesse, you there?
So while Jesse is gone, welcome to the Deacon Rap and Sack Guy show, in which we put songs together from one from jazz, one from rap music, and we blend them together. So, uh, so Chad, what's a good song that you think would
All right. Yeah, y'all can
what?
hear me. Y'all
What's
can
up?
hear me.
We
Yeah.
can
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yeah,
Barely or
No. It's pretty clear.
yeah, it's clear. Jesse, say something.
I'm just trying to check my headset.
I can hear you.
Sounds good
Okay.
on this.
All right, whatever. I don't care. Uh, all right. Well, okay. So some people don't like San Japan, and his name is John Cena. One person says for the past years with Onicon, it's been like just as disappointing as Anime Matsuri. Jesus.
Ooh. Sheesh.
But with San Japan though, I mean, not everyone likes San Japan.
And I can't figure out why, but this year was an exception.
I don't know, dude. Maybe because like it's probably like some people like don't like bigger cons because honestly, dude, bigger cons are so full of shit.
How so?
Well, one, they when it comes to new panelists trying to make a breakout when it comes to hosting panels,
Uh
the
huh.
bigger cons want fresh panelists, they want fresh ideas, they want new panelists, but they keep bringing back the same old people, and like they don't give a lot of newer panelist opportunities, and they don't like experiment with like brand new panels. Not only that, bigger cons, it's mostly just a bunch of bullshit where you're just walking around saying hi to a few people you haven't seen in months or years, and then walking around a dealer's room where you're paying twice as much for a bunch of anime bullshit that you could have gotten on Amazon for, like I said, half the price.
Uh huh.
Maybe that's why a lot of people don't like the bigger cons.
I mean, I prefer bigger cons over smaller cons, but like one thing about San Japan is like you're right. They say they want new stuff, but they keep selling the old stuff. Like Caleb Heil, the YouTuber. This is like his 3rd year straight. Team
Mm-hmm.
4 Star. This is like their 5th straight year. Mr. Creepy Pasta. This is like his like 5th or 6th straight year. And then what do we call it? And then all the guests, I wasn't interested in anybody there, but it seems like they just got, the best bargain basement guest they could get.
Who they got? They got a bunch of people who I like. Honestly, I don't give a crap about voice actors or actresses. They have some
Same.
music guests, YouTube music guests. I don't know who any of these people are. I know who Team 4 Star is. I know Mr. Creepy Pasta. Honestly, Southern Hospitality Cosplay. Don't know who the fuck they are. Lika's
No.
Dollhouse Cosplay Studio, never heard of her. Honestly, the only two people on here that I know are Mr. Creepypasta and Team 4-Star. And you would think, oh, Team 4-Star is going to be there. That means Jesse's going to care. Honestly, no, I don't. I don't give a shit about Team 4-Star. As a matter of fact, I don't follow Team 4-Star anymore. Ever since they canceled Dragon Ball Z Abridged, I was like, nah, fuck that. Jesse makes a good point on the bigger cons. Wasn't a fan the one year I went. Lots of walking lines and same panels that you always see. Smaller cons are a lot more chill. Thank you. Cruz, you should be on here talking with us, sir. This podcast, like, you were made for this podcast, sir. When I created the trash talk panel on Mondays, that was with you in mind, sir. San Jaduki. I'm sorry, Deacon Rap. You might like bigger cons, but honestly, for a lot of people, especially like if you're like me or Mr. Cruz here, if you go to like 15 fucking cons a year, the bigger cons seem to be a little bit more monotonous. Like the smaller conventions have a friendlier, more family atmosphere where people are more inclined to talk to each other and get to know each other and socialize. And then I found out at Anime Houston, a lot of people find me intimidating. I don't know. I don't like, really? I don't know why. Well, it's probably because you're like, you have that resting bitch face. Like you're like,
Gotcha.
I'm like, that's just me. That's just gravity.
Like same. I'm the same way. Like this is just my like. You look mad. No, this is just
like
my
you
face.
look mad. You look like Jesse. You look pissed. No, I'm like Jesse. Smile. I am smiling.
Yeah. Also, Jesse, I got to be on the local news channel.
So did I, but mine was for a bad reason.
Oof.
Yeah, I was talking about San Japan on Channel 5 News.
Yeah. I know. I saw you bragging about it. We all saw it.
Yeah. That's the next thing. That's one of the cool things that happened this year that put this San Japan as, like between number 6 and 4 of like best San Japans, and if not for that, it'd probably be like 9 or 8. But nothing will be as bad as San Japan 2014.
Oh, by the way, breaking news. I wanted to share with everybody that's watching right now that's currently here. Pros, the con chair owner of San Japan, who said that he was forced to step down after his remarks on social media about people of color cosplay guests, or guests in general, after he was forced to step down, was at the con this past weekend working the convention. I think my headset, they're also dying. This is bullshit. None of my shit is charged today. I should probably charge a headset while I'm waiting. I might have to plug in my Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, you totally should.
You know what, smartass? Why don't you kiss my ass?
Hold on, let me get my chapstick.
All right, bet. I don't kiss ass with chapped lips.
Oh, my chapstick is still in my bag.
Hey, you want to buy something from me? I need to get rid of it.
What
give
is
it away. What's this?
How much?
$10.
What do we call it? I don't get paid till Friday. Can you wait till Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. $10 Friday? Sure. Yeah. And also I talked with the people of Ecchi and I like to make this announcement, especially on your channel. Everybody, your 24th favorite rapper is gonna be at Ecchi.
Are they still taking panel submissions for Ecchi?
It opens on October 1st.
Oh, I still got to submit for Anime Dallas. Oh, so by the way, just real quick, yeah, I plugged the headset in a while. It's on my head. I have a long cable though. Yeah, if you can join, I'm gonna send you the link. If you can join, come on, man. You don't have to be on camera. You don't have to show your face, even though we love your pretty mug. You don't have to show your face, but as long as we can hear your voice, that's all. As long as we can hear your voice, Deacon Rap will get moist.
Ah, nice rhyme.
See, I'm a better rapper than you. I don't rap.
Yo, you rap presents. No, you rap tamales. You don't rap tamales either?
Bitch, I'm not the one that makes them. You don't want me making your tamales. You will get food poisoning. All right, Chad.
Gotcha.
What do you rate the con out of 0 to 10? What would you give the con?
Give it like give it like a 7.5.
Okay, it's not bad. That seems to be a lot of the people that are watching that went to San Japan. What would you give it in the comment section? Let us know. I have other people that are going to join us. Maybe we'll see what they're giving it. Honestly, it's really hard for a con the size of San Japan to get any higher than an 8. Honestly, because a con that size is going to have issues, whether you realize it or not. There's going to be some
Oh
level
yeah,
of disorganization.
yeah. Like the room the Chad was gonna use, they had issues with the AV, and they had to move him to push him back an hour and put him in the room I was gonna be in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did
and then they
you
put
get to see Chad perform, by the way, during the
no,
cosplay competition's halftime show?
no. What's been called it? I had a friend in the cosplay competition, and we were supposed to go see him, and the line was super long, but we went ahead and waited, and then about 15 people before us, they said they reached max capacity. So then we decided, okay, let's go to Waifu Wars because I wanted to do that. And we go to Waifu Wars, they reach max capacity.
I feel like we're gonna be dead ass competition for the people that host Waifu Wars.
Bro, the main guy who hosts Waifu Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I told him, hey, bro, so you're not mad about the people hosting your panel? And he's like, nah, bro. I mean, once you get to a certain level, eventually somebody's going to copycat you. Like, essentially, there might be a guy named Deacon Rap with a K who dresses like a Beetleborg. And I'm like, yo, I see what you mean. But bro, I think it'd be cool if I went to that panel, won, and then minutes be talking about I got to be this good because of a real waifu panel group, not these third-rate waifus with fourth-rate waifus.
The thing is, okay, so yeah, I. By the way, Yami, did you want to come on here and share your horror story or any experiences for San Japan? Let me know in the comment section. But about the whole waifu wars things, so we had come up with the idea of doing waifu wars because WWE does this thing called War Games, and they have something called King of the Ring. And so, I'm like, what if we combine the two? So I actually didn't know, and so I didn't know there was a guy that hosted a panel called Waifu Wars until Mr. Cruz came on here and explained to us that somebody else hosts the panel.
I thought I had told you about that.
I think it was you or him, one of y'all.
It was me.
Okay, so either way, I didn't know this until after we had already planned out the panel. We had already submitted the panel for Anime Houston. No, we had not. I don't think we had. We had already submitted for Delta. But we submitted for Anime Houston, so we were trying to host it. We were trying to see, we're testing the waters. Maybe we can do something better than what they do. So one of the waifus I ended up defending was weed and beer. Like, you know what? I was like, you know what's better than your stupid waifu? Corona. Because you know what Corona stands for? Family. And you know what I can do with your waifu? Make a family.
Oof.
So you know what?
Nice.
Family. Dude, it was really good. It was a really good trash talking panel. It was really cool because there were the people outside in the line. They were waiting in the line for karaoke. And they were arguing about something. I went out there to look like, hey, what are you arguing about out here? Oh, we're talking about this. So after like a minute or two goes by, Chad was there. I run out there like, hey man, you want to come inside this panel and shit talk? We'll save your spot on the line. He's like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Weed and beer sounds like lazy writing, sir. Just because you have no good taste.
Oof. Oh shit! Shots fired.
But oh yeah, no, it's like share your stories with the sir about waifu wars. Honestly though, I don't like waifu wars. It's mostly Keyblade Sonic's thing. I'll sign my name on it, and I don't want the. And I would like to meet the guy that runs waifu wars.
Mark Anthony. I can give you his number if you want.
I don't want his phone number. That's weird. I'm not gonna ask him on a date.
Why not?
Because first off, sir, I don't swing like that. Secondly, I don't know.
Have you
him.
never heard of a mandate?
What's his name? Mark Anthony what?
Yeah, just Mark Anthony. I don't know his last name.
Are you friends with him on Facebook?
Yeah, but his name isn't Mark Anthony on Facebook.
What is it?
It's a weird name. I have to look it up.
Because apparently I do know Mark Anthony, but it's not the one you know. Or at least I don't think he is.
Yeah, I don't even have him as Mark Anthony in my contacts. In my phone, I have him listed as J-Lo's ex.
Ooh.
Jennifer Lopez, one of her more famous husbands was Mark Anthony.
Man, whatever. I don't give a shit about her personal life. Just care about that booty.
Yeah. Well, once you hit up her DMs, you can be her 7th ex.
He's backstage. Whoops. Whoops, I didn't hear the welcome is the one, the only, the infamous, the famous, the loved, the hated, the neutral, the whelming, the overwhelmed, the underwhelmed, and there's just the plain whelmed.
I'm all kinds of shit.
For bruising, Mr. Cruz.
How's it going, man?
What's going on? I'm sorry, I didn't realize. It's because these damn. I don't know why the fucking power beats are fucking being a bitch today.
It also might have something to do with having a lot of Bluetooth devices. This headset fucks up when I try to add my my skull candies up. Like there's like channels cross, and then sometimes like my brother's once connected these to his phone just once, and now every time I'm like playing a game or something and he starts using his phone and his Bluetooth is on, it syncs into these and it starts fucking up my game audio.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it sucks when it happens on a live stream, but nah. Anyway though, no man, yeah, the Waifu Wars thing, I used to run one of those panels back in the day. I have Hyper Devotion panels, or HD panels is what we shorted it to. And yeah, I used to run one. And what's funny is I think it was like 17 or 18. It was back when Alyssa was still in charge of Ecchi programming. She got a duplicate submission to, because I had been running the Waifu panel previously, the debate game. And the panel was almost word for word a duplicate of what I had written. So she's like, yo, is one of your team members like pissed off and doing this? And I'm like, no. I read it over and I go, that's probably Mark Anthony. I'll tell you what, let him run it this year and I'll talk to him and see what he wants to do. Cause like I have so many different panels that I'm like, one less panel, that's not, that's not going to hurt me. You know what I mean? But the funny thing was, ran the panel, and then after all the con had shut down for the night, I went out with a few of my friends. I'm not going to say who because, some people can be classified, but it was me, Mark Anthony, and a couple other higher ups of things. And we were out there smoking a blunt, and I told Mark, I'm like, dude, if you want the waifu panel, you can have it. You've been doing it, and you're doing a good job, dude. He's got branded T-shirts. He takes it to a level that I could never take it to, like, because I'm fucking lazy. So I'm like, dude, I tell you what, I'm not going to submit to any more Texas shows. Why don't you just do that instead? My debate panel, I run an anime debate panel that still runs, but I no longer do waifu warfare. And I was inspired by somebody else who ran it, and I don't think it was Mark Anthony, but it was San Japan. What would 5 years ago be? 16, 17?
2016.
San Japan, San Japan.
Someone ran one there. It was so bad that I decided, fuck it, and that's when I started doing my waifu panel after that.
That's funny because like that was the year we were still doing our versus panels at San Japan.
See, and I vaguely remember seeing you, But that was one of my dumb shit experiences. I was going through a lot at the time. I had just recently quit a job and was transitioning to another job that I didn't know if I had yet. And I literally went to the con, like the day before the con, a friend's like, hey, I'm driving down. You want to come? I'm like, fuck it, let's go. So I just ended up there, and I ended up buying these bottles of liquor that were like $5 a pop. Just they were trying to get rid of them at a Specs, and it was like a jalapeno tequila and a really shitty like 7-year aged rum.
Oof.
That shit got bad, dude. That's I don't remember anything past like 2 a.m. But then the shit I do remember, I'm not proud of. So I haven't been back to San Japan since. But some of my friends went this year, and I might go next year just to check it out and see. But yeah, like I'm definitely going to be submitting my panels again. I'm trying to brand up and do a bunch of shit. I've got some podcasts that I'm working on building up to that level. We're getting there, doing things.
Right. No, yeah, it's a lot of work, honestly, dude. And people don't realize. And we had the panel at Delta, and I've been meaning to host the panel more, but we were hosting how to create your own panels, right. And we normally do creating your own podcast panel, and in the fucking how to make your own panel, I explained to people like, look, it's a lot of work. It's not like just, okay. People don't realize this, but when you submit a panel, you have to. There are a lot of cons whenever you submit the panel. They have a section where you have to pitch the panel.
Yeah. And then they have a section where, like, we want every con you've run this at every year that you ran it for that con. You need to remember everything. And I'm like, I've run this panel like 7 or 8 times at 3 or 4 different cons. I can't fucking remember the exact years. Some of those, the thing is, though, the more information you actually put in, the better your shot is. If they see a light, like, if you're programming director and you see a light little folder that's like, why do you want to run this panel? Because I like Naruto. That shit's getting thrown in the trash. You know
right.
What I mean? You got to really be in depth with it. It's to a level where at most cons, I don't even have to put that shit anymore. Like, what qualifies you to run this panel? I just put I'm Cruz. That's all it takes. But that won't work with San Japan. I got to actually fill shit out. But at one point, I had a video of an Acon panel that the house was packed in. It was called Conversations Hentai. And it was a hentai panel without any actual hentai. I had a video of about 500 people in this room, and I showed that to other conventions, and they were like, okay, do you want to do cons on this one or that one? And like I started getting offers, like pseudo guest offers, to the point where at one point I ran, I believe it was 11 panels for an Acon. And then after 11 panels in one weekend, I didn't want to do it no more. But it was to that, like, they even paid for my hotel that year. They were like all over it.
Right. No, I've never hosted for Acon, but that's personal. Like, I will never host a panel for Acon.
And after the mass exodus, I will never do the same.
I volunteered for them one year. I will never make that mistake ever again. But yeah, it is a lot of work, and I understand like where people like, and that's the thing I was telling Deacon, like, the smaller cons are willing to take a bigger risk with the more intuitive fucking panels because they have to. They don't have the same draw.
I'm gonna tell you how we do it for IkiCon, or how we used to do it because COVID fucked a lot of shit up. But we used to have a tier set up where if the panel was brand new and the idea was outside the box, we would put it at what we called our demo con, which would be Anime CTX. Mm-hmm. And if it worked, we would pull it over to IkiCon. Then we had Anime North Texas, and for that one, it would be more of a, like, we want experience panels, but we didn't really take many, like, brand new panels because we wanted to keep things going the way it was. But CTX was what we called our demo. And we would put, new panelists to give them a chance right there. And if it works, okay, cool, we know who to keep in contact with. But you see a lot of the same panels and the same panel types. The originality, being original is freaking hard, man.
It really is.
Everybody has the same ideas. Sometimes, you always see the same like game shows and stuff ran, and like it's to the point where like at that, especially with bigger cons, because they want the big names and like they want to get like Nick Fury. They want him to run his game shows, and they want like Pixelation, my boy James. They want him to run his stuff. It's to a point where like those names actually are bringing in some people.
Right.
But CTX was such a baby con that we used it as the demo field to bring in new panelists. I just wish that more cons would do that, but the bigger cons tend to not do that. They're not as in your face with it. And if the bigger the con, the harder the work is on the con for like the directors, for managers, the harder the setup for the con. So you just want the names that are good and you stick them on the schedule and be done. Which is why I like smaller cons. You know, things are a little more in depth. Like, hey, can you give me more info on this panel? You know, can you increase the, you know, your spill? Can you really sell this to me? Because we want to try and put somebody new on the stage. So like, every con's different, but the smaller ones just seem to be more like in tune with not only the attendees but with panelists, guests, everything. They take their time with it a little more, I guess.
Right.
I just got the the guy that runs Waifu Wars. I just got his info, so I'm gonna go ahead and shoot him a message, because I don't want anyone to think that we're trying to steal his thing. Honestly, like the whole Waifu Wars thing, I had talked to Sonic. I've been talking to Sonic ever since he joined the podcast, and I'm like, hey man, like I want everyone in Geeks 5 Ever that does anything with the group to run their own panels, because I've been to CTX, I've been to Anime CTX, I've been to Anime Overload, I've been to Anime Austin, I've been to Ushicon, I have
Anime
been to
Overload just brought back memories.
yeah, I've been to all the, so I do stuff for all the Austin cons except for IckyCon, and I have talked to you, and I have talked to one other guy who's a mutual friend of ours who I'm not going to mention his name.
Yeah, I can already tell who you mean, but yeah.
Right, and me and him sat down and we talked about it. He's like, hey, how come you don't like, why don't you submit for IckyCon? I'm like, well, because IckyCon's normally around New Year's. I usually have something else going on around that time. Not only that, most of my crew, they're unavailable to go with me, and I don't want to go by myself. And that's the reason why we've never done IckyCon. Like, we have hosted panels at IckyCon before, but I just couldn't do it again. Like, honestly, I hadn't been to IckyCon in years, dude. Like, right before the pandemic hit, I randomly out of the blue just showed up. Like, it was 6 o'clock.
You just gave me this crazy bear hug after our show. I was like, the fuck is going on? When did you get here?
Yeah, because I woke up at 6 in the afternoon and I was like, I'm fucking bored. I just jumped in the car and started driving towards Austin. I got there around 9:30. Oh, everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing here? I thought you weren't coming. I'm bored. And I had gas money.
That year I had to juggle karaoke, I had to juggle panels, and I had to juggle my band playing, which was a whole other... Holy fuck, getting a full band to play at a damn convention is tough, man.
Yeah.
I think Anime Houston was really impressed with us because we hosted karaoke and we brought all of our own stuff. Like, oh, what do you need? Nothing.
I've offered
Take your shit
too.
out of my...
I've offered that too, but there's a level of liability where they're like, yeah, don't bring your, $500-600 mixer. Don't bring your band equipment. Don't bring thousands of dollars worth of gear here because we can't be liable. So
right, no, and that's fine. Like, the reason why I do it was because I think it was Anime Austin or it was Anime CTX. It was some fucking con, and the guy walks in there. I don't care if you know how to use an audio mixer. Don't touch our fucking equipment.
I love it when they do that.
And I'm like, all right, bitch, I ain't gonna touch your shit. And then one year, so I don't touch the audio mixer. At least they don't know I touch it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll still fuck with it, but there was one year when we were at Delta and we had the finals of Geeks. We called it Geeks 5 Idol. It was a singing competition. In the final round, we had 3 people performing, and they were allowed to perform 2 songs. But we had nothing in the panel room. No mics, no speakers, no audio. The con was literally sharing one speaker with a mic.
Oh my.
That's right.
And we had nothing. We had a little Bluetooth speaker that I was carrying around with me that I blast Selena on to play like their music in the background, but they had to most of them had to acapella their shit, and that was so bad. that I looked at my friends and I was like, well, this is never going to happen to us again. This is like, I was so, because both these things happened the same year. The guy telling us, don't touch my shit, and then Delta. So I was like, yeah, this is never happening. So I literally went out and bought speakers. I have my own audio mixer. I got my own wireless mics. Even if I don't use my speakers or my audio mixer, I still have my own wireless mic that I will plug into the sound mixer that they have available.
Right.
So, I mean, I still like to use my own equipment because I don't like to be. And me and the guy, like me and the audio tech guy were like talking about it. We were like, yeah, I got this, I got things. Like, oh, that's really fucking cool. We were just talking about like, obviously he knows more than I do, but we were still like shooting the breeze about like audio stuff. And like he looked at me, he's like, hey man, you need this, you need that. I'm like, yeah, unfortunately mine is broken. But yep. So it was pretty cool. I like IggyCon. We're definitely going to be submitting this year. Hopefully we'll be coming back. We're not going to be, I'm not going to submit the panels that I know that you host and that I know Homeboy hosts, but we are definitely going to submit the normal Geeks 5 Hour panels.
Yay!
That should be cool, man.
Nice.
I'm hoping that Ecchi has a good turnout. When I heard that San Japan sold out, that was hard to believe, with like the way some people are still really scared to like go out there.
You'd be surprised. Like there are people like
we did IckyCon in May though, and like the majority of people there were brand new; they'd never been to a con before.
Right.
And then when I heard that they sold, over 12,000 badges, I'm like, holy shit! Like how? Because
they said that 10,000 was the limit, though.
I thought it was 12.5. Half capacity, which was 25,000, should have been 12,500.
Right, but I think they only did 10.
Yeah, they said that they. Yeah, they said they were only doing 1,000 badges, and they sold out of 10,000. And then when I saw that the final attendance was 12,088, I'm like, they had 2,088 staff members.
It's not.
I think it was rollovers too.
Right. There was anybody who had bought tickets previously. They rolled those tickets over into the.
Now I understand.
Not just that, but like, while it wouldn't be 2,000, it really does take a lot of bodies. It's not necessarily just staff, but there are people you will never ever see that are working behind the scenes at this event. They still have their badges. They still count as members, and we're talking people who are literally just their whole job is to book guests and not even go to the con. They can be in a different state, but they're still technically counted in the roster as a member or, a badge.
Right. Yeah, you're right. There are people that you'll never see that work backstage that don't even want to fucking attend the con. They're like, man, fuck the con.
They're just basically doing it either for a paycheck or for status.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah, I get to, my job's to go to this, place or that and meet guests and try and get them to go to the event. A lot of those types don't even actually go to the con. Their job is to sell and market.
Right. It's kind of like for just to kind of give everybody an idea, like it's kind of like whenever I go to cons and how like you won't see me at the con unless I have a panel, but if I don't have a panel, I'm just in my hotel room, just like laying down in bed going, I don't want to do shit today. And I really don't. Like, I'm sorry to the bigger cons, like justify walking around for 5 hours doing absolutely nothing but buying shit at a glorified flea market.
Especially if you're standing, like if you're not a member of a press or a panel and you're standing in some of those lines. One of my friends, and I'm not going to point it out, said he waited 6 hours for a badge.
Oof.
And that just made me immediately think of like some of the bigger California events. Like, how do you wait 6 hours in a badge line? It should constantly be moving. I get that things are a little different, but like if you're really taking these COVID precautions, shouldn't you have all the badges like pre-printed and ready and, try to avoid some of that chaos? But he said that some of those lines were bad. I saw some pictures, like there's no fucking way that's reg. I mean, honestly, I should have just bit the bullet and went, but I wouldn't have got back until late last night, and I had some friends' concerts to go see this weekend, so I just wanted to stay in, my area. But now I got the offers to work for two groups. I got the offer to work for the IckyCon booth, which Tea Time and a few others were able to work it, so good on them for being able to go out there and run, and hopefully get us some more people out at EkiCon this year. I think we're gonna get a higher attendance number just for them because it's New Year's anyway.
Yeah.
But on top of that, though, I also got the offer to work for Anime Pavilion, which is one of the dealers that I have an in with.
Nice.
So, like, if I ever wanted to just go to a con, I could. But I do have a little bit of regret for not actually going to San Japan this year.
You didn't?
But if I do, I want to do it right, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to get friends. I want to get a hotel room. I want to get a bunch of liquor, and I want to have party. Just. If I don't do that, I feel like it's not.
That's the same.
Proper. Yeah, it's not the same.
Cruz, there was actually a metal band at San Japan. I don't know who they are. I assumed it was you because you are in a metal band. And like, yeah, I thought that was you.
No, our band was on hiatus. Well, we've been on hiatus, unfortunately. We had fuck. My throat's a little fucky. We had some guitarist problems, but those are solved now. The new guitarist is really good. He's somebody that's also known in the con community, but we're not ready to announce who he is just yet. But he's bringing us on a completely other level. And we're recording our first music video at the end of this month, and we're hopefully shooting for a Halloween release date for the music video and the new album. So
nice.
Civil Unrest is coming back, man.
It's fucking badass.
Nice.
As far as I know, we're talking about San Japan, and I know we're talking about EkiCon, but there's another anime convention coming to the Austin area in just 3 weeks' time. It's its first year, its debut year, its premiere year. That is right, the one, the only Ecchi Expo.
See, now that just sounds like a good time.
Oh
yeah. It's run by.
If you can at least make it out there for 5 minutes, I will be so fucking happy.
Let me look this
I was actually thinking of going for one day.
I might go down there for a day. Let me double check some stuff here.
We're hosting karaoke on Friday.
Nice.
Oh shit.
All right, I guess I'm bringing the horn and we're doing Carol's Whisper Friday then. God damn, I gotta remember to sign up this time though. Fuck.
Yeah, you better sign up because I think they're not taking sign-ups anymore.
Wait, no, I'm talking about. We're gonna remember. I'm going with y'all, and then we're gonna do the thing at karaoke Friday. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta remember to bring the horn and actually sign up early this time.
Yeah.
You know what's really weird though? We've had a lot of cons pop up out of the blue this year. There was
That's
one
right.
At the beginning. It was normally the weekend that would have been Anime Fest. We had one called WeebCon out here in Dallas, and I didn't go, but a lot of my friends worked it, and they said it was really fun. Anime Oklahoma has only had 1 year under its belt. They're popping up for the second year.
What about Anime? What do you do for Anime Dallas?
I don't. I've never been to Anime Dallas. I got offered to go twice. This will be their third year coming up. And I got offered to go the first 2 times to work the Icky booth and work with some others. I know. I'm aware. Thank you. I got offers to go to it, but I didn't. And after what I had seen a few times, like from other friends who went firsthand, glad I didn't. But I might pop in for a day to check it out. And then there's another one in Fort Worth. And I don't know how they got the Fort Worth Convention Center, but there's one called
Anime Frontier.
Anime Frontier. This will be their first year. I have no clue who's even running that damn thing. Like, I'm so out of touch. I'm so out of touch with things right now because of the pandemic. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's so many cons that are happening this year. I've never even heard of. There was Bell County Comic Con. There was one in Pasadena. There was one in Conroe. There was Anime Houston, which was making its debut, which is the sister con to Anime Dallas. You have
There's
Ecchi
Colossal
Expo. I don't give a shit about Colossal Con.
Okay. There's PokeFest.
By the way, no one should go to Colossal Con.
Why?
Fucking Deacon Rap. Because the Ryan Cope, that piece of shit that has multiple rape allegations against him. That
you can stop. I've heard everything I need to know.
Yeah, he's an investor.
Oof.
He's an investor. He's a business investor with the guy that owns Colossal Con.
Well,
gotcha.
So nobody
Yeah.
go to Colossal Con. I know there's a lot of people that are still going to go, oh, we need more anime cons in Houston.
Well, I mean, is this guy bald?
It's nothing to do with it. He's like Mr.
I
Clean
know
Ball.
he's starting to sound a lot like the guy that runs the con in Houston.
No, it's not.
No, it's not like, no. John might be a lot of things, but he's never stripped in front of 13-year-olds
Oh,
or actually raped anybody.
oh,
Like this guy, the police reports are public. They are public. You can actually look them up. Unfortunately, the victims did not press charges, so the individual was acquitted. However, the police reports are public and they go into very graphic detail. With that being
gotcha.
said, we're not going to get into that too much.
Yeah,
That's fine.
it's just really nice to see a lot of new coming conventions though. Like year one,
Yes.
getting out there. If any time is the time to do it, it's the post-pandemic. People are starved. They want to come back. They want to see their friends again. They want to be around their
Here's the thing though, were you around in 2009, between 2009 and 2011?
Nope, that's a bit before my time.
So so back then we had so many anime cons. So many. We had other conventions, like we had Apollo Con, which is a horror and sci-fi con in Houston. Great little convention. Amazing. They fed you. When they fed you, it was actual like real, like a real meal. Like instead of like half a hot dog, they would give you like 2 or 3. But like hot dog was probably the worst thing you could eat there. Like they actually had made chili. Like they had an entire team just make the food all week. There was anime overload. There was Anime Mix. There was Yule Con. There was Kamikaze Con. There was so many anime conventions at one point. There was like almost 2 a month. But because there were so many, like a lot of them went under.
Yeah, it was spread too thin.
And I'm afraid that as much as I like to see more cons now, and I like that they're not just anime cons, like they're literally calling them like comic cons or expos now. They're not just saying anime this, anime that, or weave this or weave that. They're opening their horizons. So like, hey, guess what? Unfortunately, I know some people are going to get mad, but anime is not a big seller like it used to be when it comes to conventions. That's why a lot of these cons are doing comic book stuff now.
Yeah, you got to everything branches out and kind of it becomes its own like little culture. Just pop culture in general, and anime's bled heavily into pop culture to the point where people who don't even know what anime is anymore actually understand that it's a different thing. They're starting to get it. I used to say anime and people were like, what the fuck is that? Like now it's well known.
Right, absolutely. But even then, like even Anime Matsuri, it's called Anime Matsuri in name, but they had like a whole Godzilla thing going on, and that's not anime at all.
Yeah,
Right.
That's the reason a couple of people from my social group up here in Dallas Fort Worth who've never been to an anime convention before were like, we're going to Matsuri, and I'm like, ooh, you picked a bad first con, and they're like, oh no, we're just going for the Godzilla store. I'm like, okay, well, have fun with that, then you're good. Don't expect anything out of it.
Like, don't expect for it to start on time. They had sumo. They're mostly Japanese culture, which is fine, but they're doing Japanese culture.
Yeah.
But with that being said, with Ecchi Expo, we are going to be there. Like I said, September 17th is the last Friday. We're going to do a Friday podcast. We are no longer doing the Friday podcast because we have too many conventions coming up. We have Ecchi Expo, plus we have the Texas Renaissance Festival. We have Anime Dallas, Anime Frontier, Ikkicon. We have Allcon coming up soon. Ushicon next year. We are not doing Onicon. I know a lot of people have been asking me on. Geeks 5 Ever is not attending Onicon for personal reasons against the convention. We might go back next year, but this year it's just not going to happen based on what we have heard. We're not going to this is just stuff that I don't think I'm allowed to share, and I shouldn't have brought it up anyway. But yeah, we're not going to Onicon, just to let everybody know. Like, it's just, I mean, y'all go, y'all have fun. Y'all have fun in that one fucking floor of that convention center that they're doing the shit in.
Nah, I've got my list, man. It's definitely not on it.
Yeah, it's definitely
I'm
not. No, oh,
hoping I'm hoping Ushicon runs again this year, man. This year coming
Ushicon
up.
will run, I think, next year. Hopefully. But IkiCon, for the first time in years, IkiCon is on my list.
Like
Yay!
Same.
actually planning to attend it, dude. Bringing that up, I can't believe this shit. Anime Fest. What the fuck? They went from August, and because they couldn't run in August because people were talking about, there was the start of the Delta variant, everybody was worried. So like, well, we're not going to run this year. We're going to do a digital only event. Then they reversed it, doubled back, said no, 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 no. Let's do it December 14th through the 16th. So Anime Fest Dallas is going to be an in-person event.
In Dallas,
Hopefully,
in
hopefully
December?
they in December, 2 weeks before IkiCon. So fuck me in working for Amazon, who like runs your asshole into the ground from November to December. But now I have 3 conventions that I want to at least go one day to 2 of them and do Iki, of course, all weekend. But like
Yeah.
December's just become this like packed hellhole. And I've had people reach out to me from Anime Fest like, hey, we got no volunteer submissions. The portal's open. You want to volunteer for this? You want to volunteer for that? We got a lieutenant spot here. We need a manager for this. I'm just like, I've walked away from Anime Fest years ago. I love the con. It will always be have a special place in my heart as being my first Texas convention. But no, never working it again. 5 years as a manager is enough. I'm after the Yuri on Ice incident of 2017, I knew shit was going down. So 2018, I ran. I put in my resignation. Out. Attended in 2019. Best time of my life. Immediate regret not doing that every year. But yeah, I may only go one day this year because like I got 3 cons in 1 month, and then I'm also working 60 hours a week every week of that month. How the hell am I going to even consider this? You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen.
I don't see myself going to that con either because it's right after Renaissance ends, and we're gonna be financially drained until IkiCon.
Oh yeah.
And even then, like, it's too many fucking cons coming up, man. It's just like you guys gotta understand it.
I think this year is, and I hate to say this because a lot of it's true, a lot of it's not. I'm just throwing it out there. But a lot of cons, when the pandemic hit, they lost a lot of money.
They did.
And in order to run next year on a proper convention schedule where Anime Fest is in August, Iki's in December, we're not having cons popping up out of nowhere with a month's notice. A lot of it has to do with recovering that funding this year, which is why I think Anime Fest is running. I think that's one of the reasons why, we didn't have Anime CTX this year, but on the Anime CTX weekend, IkiCon popped up out of the blue.
Well, I can share. I will say this, and this I'm not going to say what con shared this info with me, but I will say that yes, it is definitely a lot of cons lost a lot of money because a lot of cons literally they're kind of like us. They live paycheck to paycheck.
Yep.
And unfortunately, the cons that can afford to miss a year or two, unfortunately, the hotel contracts are not letting them out of it anymore.
Right. The hotel's like, we know how much money you pull in. You should be fine. But it's not like that. A lot of people who work these conventions from like the board of directors for these cons, for some of them, that's not all they do. They don't make their life from event to event to event. They have to make things work. And it's crazy, man. Just the impact and the financial drain that the convention scene has hit. Like, I'm surprised more cons didn't go under, honestly.
Right. And people think that if you work for a con that you get paid full all year round to
Oh,
bullshit
yeah,
around.
you make big money.
Oof.
I'll show you guys my paycheck slip. $0.00 for running karaoke for 30 something hours a weekend.
Yeah,
Oof.
no, people don't know this, but none of the. I mean, everybody knows this, but if you're on Geeks 5 Ever, you don't get paid. You're lucky if you get a free badge.
I was Autographs manager, literally backstage with like the Yuri on Ice production staff, backstage with Flo. $0.00. I was volunteering my time, even at the higher up manager levels, even at the point where you look at somebody's contract and be like, man, this chick is fucking expensive. but let's go ahead and approve to get her on the guest list, still making no money. Meanwhile, you
Right.
just signed off for a certain voice actress to get paid $3,500 under the table on top of everything else.
There
So,
are
like,
legit.
Wow.
There are
It's just saying,
legit.
Shit.
I'm not
There-
again. I don't say names, but like I know some shit. I will not go back to working guest relations ever in my entire life.
No, I when I worked for when I had to work with Icki that one year to run the halftime show, we got to work with Vic.
I'm sorry. Condolences.
Me too.
Oof.
Especially since my shit got canceled. Yeah, they had to cancel the cosplay competition halfway through. Like, I think only 70% of the walk-ons had gone on stage, and they had to cancel. None of the halftime show didn't happen. The skits didn't happen. There were still walk-ons that still didn't happen because Vic wanted an extra hour to practice, and he didn't want anybody in the panel room next to where he was practicing because he didn't want anyone to hear him rehearse.
Yep.
And that was in his contract. So they had to shut down the cosplay competition. The judges literally ran on stage. You're like, wait, we already picked our winners. Dude,
That's
I was
nuts,
like,
man.
yeah, fuck you, Vic. I'm never working with you again.
What kind of drama-driven diva?
There's
Exactly.
a reason why he's blacklisted at a lot of events. Like we will never look into getting him as a guest ever again. Like for example, when was the last time you saw Vic Mignogna at Anime Fest? Exactly. Nah,
When was the
man.
last time you saw Vic at a con 2 years in a row besides Matsuri?
Oof.
Akon. He's always a fucking Akon.
That's because okay, Akon, they go through so many staff. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that.
I mean,
Is it common knowledge? It's pretty much common knowledge.
Well, I mean,
Their
back when they
staff
had
door
the
is a
whole-
rotating door.
yeah, like back when they had the whole mass exodus where over half the like higher up staff were just gone. Everyone I knew at the con, gone. Like my inn was completely fucked. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, my baby mama's so really hard to describe this, but my ex-girlfriend, her ex-boyfriend, me and him were cool for some reason, I don't know why, but he was Akon staff, and he told me everything that was going on. He explained to me everything because that's right before I was starting Geeks 5 Ever. This was before, no, I had already started Geeks 5 Ever, but we already had a reputation in the community because I was hosting panels. I was hosting panels and doing shit since like 2009, and we used to always host Dragon Ball versus Naruto, Digimon versus Pokemon.
Yay!
We used to
That's
host
when you
all
were
these versus
cool.
panels, and this is fuck you. We still host these panels, but we changed because the animes have to stay relevant. If the anime is no longer relevant, like Naruto, nobody gives a fuck about Naruto anymore. Boruto
You'd be
ruined
surprised.
Naruto. No, trust me.
Ooh, Naruto versus Boruto. That should be your next roasting panel.
But anyway, so we started doing the versus panels, and then other people started doing the versus panels. And I guess that kind of just like led to other people hosting their own variations of panels when it came to versus. So I know there's one guy that started hosting Star Wars versus. He started hosting Star Wars versus Star Trek, and I know he got that from us because I gave him the idea to host that. I'm like, hey, you should host this since you dress up as Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's like, yeah, that's a good idea, and then he started doing it.
At least I asked you for permission.
Anyways, with so many cons coming up, especially with Ecchi Expo, we're really, really looking forward to Ecchi Expo. They look like they have a lot of potential. A lot of these conventions look like they have a lot of potential, but if there's too many right now because they're all just coming back and it just feels like it's too much. It's overwhelming.
Right.
And maybe everybody's a little overwhelmed. That's why San Japan people are like, it was okay, but it wasn't the best. Because I've been hearing a lot of 7s. I've been hearing this actually Deegan Rap's the first 6 I've heard, but I've been hearing a lot of 7s. I haven't really heard any 8s. I haven't not heard any 9s for sure. I heard some people even got screwed out of their badges.
Oof.
What?
Yeah, apparently when you bought your badge, you had to follow some link or something to confirm sign up or some bullshit. I don't know. I read the message, but I really didn't
And
pay
didn't
attention.
they want to confirm vaccinations? I think I'd heard about that. Like you had to be vaxxed in order to get your badge.
Oh
from that.
no! Didn't you hear? Pros was
85%.
there. Pros was there working.
Yeah, only 85% of the people were vaccinated.
Pros was there. Pros isn't supposed to be there anymore. And he
Who's
scolded
Pros?
Deacon Rap for not wearing a mask.
Oh, Dave.
I don't call him Dave. He goes by. Everybody knows him as Pros.
Oh, I don't know him as Pros.
Well, okay, people from back in the day know him as Pros.
Oh.
Because he used to go by Pros.
When did he go by Pros?
When he first started San Japan.
Okay, yeah, because I knew him after San Japan 3. So it must
Right,
have been before
okay,
my
so
time.
like this was back on MySpace. When everybody had a
yeah,
nickname.
this was before my time.
This is MySpace era when everybody had a nickname. Facebook makes you confirm your identity. That's why Facebook has a lot of real names and not fake names.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever. I don't really care about San Japan. I might go back. I'm strongly considering going back, but honestly, I don't really do well with the whole. For starters, their fucking hotel requires wristbands anyway to get into the hotel, and I really
Only
don't
one
like
of them
that.
does.
Oh yeah,
Their
only
main,
the
the
only the
overflow
high.
stuff.
Yeah, still, I don't like that shit, especially if I'm gonna be crawling around drunk.
Then use the Marriott then. But
Yeah.
warning, if you do use the Marriott, a lot of times it'll be faster to take the stairs from the 22nd floor than to wait on the elevator.
Sir, I wear a fucking hot ass cosplay. I'm already over. I could be sitting in a freezer and I'd still be overheating. I'm not taking no fucking stairs.
Yeah, then use the La Quinta, like me and Chad. We didn't have any elevator issues.
But
Well, yeah,
be,
That
but be,
and La Quinta
but,
actually has parking.
But be warned: for every vehicle that uses the on-site parking, they will They will run your card. So yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing that I didn't like about this year's San Japan. I'm sorry, that has nothing to do with San Japan itself. The actual San Japan convention has no control over the parking situation or the cost of parking. That is the venue and the surrounding area alone. That is within the city limits of San Antonio and their rules and regulations or whatever to charge however much they charge. Remember, these are all privately owned lots and buildings and hotels and everything. So they can charge whatever the fuck they want, and it's up to you to pay it or not.
Right.
With that being said, I don't like the fact that some fucking places were charging $40.
Wait, $40 for one day?
I don't know. I just heard $40.
My friend paid $56 Thursday through Sunday.
Jesus fucking Christ! That's, you say that like it's not a lot of money, bro.
Well, I mean,
I'm
compared
literally
to
over
everywhere
here
else.
counting my pennies.
Cause I was telling him, hey, dude, so it's like $30 per taxes per day to park. So you're gonna probably be paying like $100 to park for the weekend.
Okay, so
and then you get
I'm so glad I didn't go because it's $40 to fill up the van. Then I got to fill it up with another $40 on my way back, plus 30. I'm looking at what, 110.
Oh,
Easily.
That's just driving and parking.
Gotcha.
Plus, I gotta pay Chad some money to stay the night, plus a badge. No, that's $200. That's easy $200. Yeah, but I'm just saying overall,
Right,
that's easy $200.
Gotcha.
Like, you know how much I spent at Anime Houston? Like, at Anime Houston, I spent not even that much. I spent like $100. I probably spent more on fried chicken than I did on the actual con.
Gotcha.
Bro, we had a good night. We had Popeyes and Churches, and we were comparing the two. Churches, their honey biscuits, I nearly died. They're so delicious.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, I'm talking about fried chicken. Oh, making myself cry over here.
Yeah, one of my friends, she got a free parking pass.
Was she hot?
It's Alicia.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would have given her free parking.
Yeah. They gave her a blue pass, which is weird, and they gave it to her for free, which means she has in and out privileges.
Oh,
Yeah, and what you call it? Yeah, so parking, at least on my personal end, parking wasn't really an issue. But, I saw that, like, on Sunday when I got home, they started towing.
oof. No, that's bad. Anyways, all right. So you both gave it what, a 6.5 and a what did you give it, Chad?
It was like a 7.5.
So we're gonna go with a
I,
7. San Japan from Geeks 5 Ever this year gets a 7.0 out of 10. Meaning the con was good. Wasn't great, and it wasn't spectacular. One could even say it wasn't amazing, like Spider-Man. But with Ecchi Expo right around the corner, what can you expect from Geeks 5 Ever? Geeks 5 Ever is hosting terrible fan fiction on Sunday and karaoke Friday night. Now, with Anime Dallas, we will be hosting several panels, hopefully. And with IkiCon, we will also be submitting several panels, including terrible fan fiction, making your own panel, making your own podcast. We're definitely going to bring back Dragon Ball versus My Hero Academia.
mm.
And we're going to do Bleach versus Yu Yu Hakusho.
Bro, you gotta see, how do I change my camera on here?
I don't want to see your junk.
No, cause what you called it? For our 3-year anniversary, my girlfriend got me a Yu Yu Hakusho shirt.
Oh,
I know. She also got me a Dragon Ball wallet.
don't fuck
Yeah.
up.
Trust me, I'm not.
Don't fuck up.
Never will I ever.
Oh, trust me, guys fuck up just by breathing.
I mean, it's been 3 years. I haven't fucked up yet.
Not that you know of.
No, I mean, like, here's the thing. There's an unhealthy amount of trust between us. By unhealthy, I say by regular people's standards. So, when I say she tells me everything, I mean she tells me everything. I don't think she has anything to hide.
So okay. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna, because I honestly, I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying, just don't fuck up. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything.
I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. I'm not.
All right, good. Keep it that way.
Yeah. She also loved the comment you made on her post.
I know. I saw because you sent me the
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't sure if I did.
No, you sent it to me. I saw it. I saw the comment.
Okay.
With that being said, though, we're gonna wait for Cruz to come back before we wrap it up. But with that being said, I want to thank everybody for joining me today to talk about San Japan. Jesse sending out some drunk Mexican uncle vibes to Deacon Rap. Wait, is that who is that who I think it is?
Is the name Victoria?
No. Yami?
Jesse sent out some drunk Mexican uncle vibes. Yami, no, that shouldn't be.
Okay.
Because
No, okay.
her YouTube channel is Mayanaka Kitsune.
Okay, I thought because that was the exact same comment.
I know. Victoria, if that's you,
Is it? No, I don't, maybe not.
Comment it's morphing time if it's you.
Comment it's morphing time. Meet me in the back alley behind the dumpster if it's you.
Yeah, because Jesse's gonna tell you some anime figurines that you can't legally get here. That's why
like the shoes? I don't have the shoes.
I said
I haven't gotten the shoes yet.
I said oh. What does this have?
I know. Welcome back, by the way. We wanted to let you know that the official rating from the panel is 7.0 out of 10 for San Japan, meaning that it was good.
I mean, I've had friends who went. They said it was decent. No major complaints.
6
And
point, like
no
what a
major
con
problems either.
with us, you want to get anything between a 6 and a 10. No con will ever receive a 10. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, not possible.
Like I like literally like they pay. If I ever give a con a 10, you can assume they paid me. But no, I shouldn't have said that. But shit. But like a 6 is okay. Like the gun was pretty cool. It was okay. Yeah, I liked it. 7 is it was good. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. 8 was dude. That shit was bad. 9 was like, why the fuck did it end? 10 is mama's mom or grandma's old cooking. That is like that should bring tears to your eye, man. Anyways, I look. What is the next con that everybody will be attending in this panel right now? What is the next con you'll be attending? Because I know everyone here is important enough to be of some level of significance to where you are a draw, or people know you, or people attend your stuff, or people come to you and they appreciate you. We'll start off with Mr. Jazzman. What is going on with you? What is the next con you're going to?
I believe it's Ecchi Expo with y'all, I think.
Can you afford it?
Remember we had that whole thing worked out. I'm trading you the camera for.
Damn it! Why did you open up your mouth on the panel?
I mean,
Anyway, yeah, we'll figure something out. Yeah. Anyway, okay. What about you, Deacon Rap?
PokeFest SA, where I'm gonna have my full album release party.
Gross. All right, crew.
What? What's gross about it?
Nothing. She said PokeFest.
And?
Yeah, it's just supposed to be an insult, like gross.
If I released my album there, I'd be a laughingstock in my community. I couldn't do that.
Are you guys insulting me?
Not you.
Not personally. Yeah.
Not. We're not insulting
Just
you. It's PokeFest.
What's wrong with it?
It seems like
it's a joke. It's a joke. Because it's a Pokemon con, and like I talk shit about Pokemon all the time.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
Oh,
I was thinking that a con like that would primarily bring in like a ton of like kids and have more of a family-friendly atmosphere.
Yeah, that's why I can't do PokeFest. I don't do family-friendly shit.
Gotcha.
I hate family-friendly shit.
I tend to do a lot better at family-friendly shit.
You don't even cuss in your album, do you?
Yeah, I know. I don't.
See, that's why.
So,
you
got that Will Smith aesthetic.
Yeah.
That'll work better on those types of events. You should talk to Anime Fest about trying to get in.
I think you would.
Next year's show.
Okay, I will.
You should talk to Comic Palooza as well, because they're looking for that family-friendly Will Smith shit as well.
Yay!
Yeah, Anime Fest is one of the ones that prides themselves on like barely having any 18+ content. Like I said, I've went 6 years, 5 of them working, 1 of them just hanging out doing panels, and it's a different beast altogether. It's always gonna have that special place in my heart, but it's not my favorite con anymore. It's just all there is to it, man. My favorite con has to be Ecchi. Just there's too much involved with me personally with Ecchi, and I just have a good time, man. If I have to check out at 10 a.m. the next day, but I'm up till 7 a.m. and finally getting back to my hotel room, banging on the door to be let in because I'm stupid enough to forget that my key was in my pocket, that means I had a good night. Fucking love it.
We got some. There's some comments. Pachinko says no con will receive a 10. Meanwhile, John is listening menacing. Fuck. No English today. No English.
Dr. Tommy Oliver.
With Geeks 5 Ever, we have at least 3 or 4 cons left. This year, we have Ecchi Expo, Anime Dallas, IckyCon, and I think between Anime Frontier and Anime Frontier and Allcon. But we also have the Texas Renaissance Festival coming up. That is 8 weekends long. and we're gonna do that. We canceled our party because the Texas Renaissance Festival has changed their policy this year. You have to buy a wristband to camp there, and it's per person now. It's $13. It's per person, so
Oof.
we can't. Like, if it was per vehicle, we could actually just pick up people and bring them back, but no, we can't anymore. They're being strict. I guess they're onto us now. So we probably should have made a podcast about it. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for coming on and joining me, man. Thanks everybody for coming on and talking. Mr. Cruz, I know it's always a pleasure to have you on here. Like this panel, this is a panel made specifically for someone like you, sir.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'll just omit names. I've got, 7-8 years worth of stories. So
Plus, you're
I
like
mean,
me and Kenneth. You have that like whenever we came out here and talked about stuff, like we had an entire podcast talking about how to make panels and pitch panels and all that good
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And it's just because we have me and him, and like you, of course, we have that experience. Like it's not.
You go from the experience, you're able to, show the next people how to do it right. I see people all the time on Facebook, and this pisses me off to fucking. Nothing makes me more pissed, honestly, than seeing somebody like, hey, I have me and 2 of my friends, there's 3 of us, we're cosplaying for a Danganronpa panel. I need 10 more people cosplay as these characters. And I'm like, this person, 100%, I am positive they did not even submit for a panel, but they're already assuming they got it based on cast. I've seen some literal shit in my time. I want to see new panels. I want to see interesting ideas, and I want to see more people branching out to like actually get out there and not have the same 2-3 panels over and over again. But you can't do it when it's a cringe fest like that. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm out of my head.
That's the reason why we started doing
too much shit.
That's why we started doing different panels. Like we do the terrible fan fiction, we do the versus panels, and especially with cons being stricter, like the new events directors are like, you know what? We're tired of all these ask a Naruto cosplayer, ask a Hitaya cosplayer, or ask a Brony. Like they're getting sick of those panels.
Not going to say which con, but one of the ones I do has banned those types of panels in its entirety because they're just cringe fests, man.
I'm not going to say which con, but there was an Austin con that had nothing but those fucking panels.
Oh, god damn. I couldn't do it.
And you should know which con I'm talking about.
I think I know. Does it still exist?
Yes.
Then I'm pretty sure I know which one. Because like the only 2 came to mind, but one of them's defunct. So I think I know what you're talking about. And honestly, knowing some of the staff there, that they're cringy like that. So I mean, more power to them.
I couldn't do it. Like no.
No, not gonna happen, man.
Fuck that, dude. That shit was so fucking bad. Like, ugh. Hate those panels. Anyways, thanks, guys. It's going to be 9 o'clock soon. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks, everybody. You can catch Deacon Rap, and you can catch Jazzman, hopefully at the next convention. Hopefully at IckyCon this year. We'll definitely try to have... Hopefully everybody will be at Anime Dallas. Hopefully everybody will be at... No? Okay, well, maybe EchiCon.
I might pop in for a day at Dallas. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I want to do the weekend at Ecchi, but let me see because this is like super short notice. Like I'm not in the loop anymore.
I'm gonna be there for Anime Dallas, but I'm gonna be spending a week. I'm gonna talk to my friend and see if he'll let me stay with him for a week. I want to stay a week in Dallas because my kid lives in Dallas. So I'm gonna spend some time with her.
Yeah, I might go to Dallas for a day. I'm for sure going to Frontier for a day. Anime Fest will be a day. The next like full weekend, if it's not Ecchi Expo, it'll be IkiCon, of course.
I definitely want to get everyone down for Renaissance.
See, I've never been to a RenCon or a Ren Fair, so that'd be a new experience for me.
The campgrounds is like Woodstock, but with medieval shit.
That sound like for someone like me, that sounds dangerous.
That sounds.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Why?
I'm not an outdoors person.
You're not an outdoors person.
Like, I'm not an outdoors person.
I'm not either, but you know what? The partying, the drinking, the shenanigans, how can you say no?
Well, for one, I don't drink.
Okay, but you don't have to drink.
Oh, no,
I know.
You're talking about outdoor partying, man. It's
more the outdoor thing.
The
I like that place,
shenanigans.
man.
Like if it was indoors, then yeah, I'd be down for it. But
Fuck
it's
that,
mainly
dude.
the outdoor thing.
You can't do half the shit that they're doing out there indoors.
Gotcha.
Just you gotta be cray cray, man. That's how you're gonna meet more people. You gotta go to the wild parties where people are like they're so plastered they don't even remember who they are.
All right, you've sold me.
Gotcha.
Shoot me the info on that run fair.
All right, I got you. I got you. I
I'm gonna
got
see if
you.
I can hire a babysitter.
I
Make
got
sure I
you.
don't do anything
Come
too
hang out with us.
stupid.
We have a buddy system. We like before we take off to somebody else's camp, we do a roll call. All right, who's missing? Oh,
That's right.
is so and so missing? He better be hooking up with somebody if he's missing. And all you hear is, "Oh, just give me 5 more minutes." Not you, bitch. No, but yeah, definitely, I'll shoot you the info. I know Chad's gonna try to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
He making plans. He's like, booty.
I mean, dude, because like the whole situation with the hotel parking kind of like fucked my shit bad, and then I had to buy a phone on fucking
I was about
credit.
to
So I'm
say,
like,
yeah.
I heard about
I
that.
have to spend over $300 on a new phone.
I was like,
Yeah, I know.
bro,
We all saw that post.
I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, it was working fine up until my panel, and then like as soon as we got done packing up all our shit, the phone just white screens. I'm like, fuck.
I thought you dropped it in the hot tub.
No, I did, and then it was like working fine. Then we got out of the panel, and then I went to check it. Next thing I know, it just white screens on me, and I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is bad.
Yeah, no, we
I
all
know.
post about how you need to get a new $300 phone.
Yeah. It's like me.
And a fucking waterproof case now.
Yeah, but no, honestly, dude, the parking is what really stopped me from going for like half. My headset's gonna die.
My phone's gonna die.
All right, that's it. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I'll send everybody that wanted the info. I'll talk to everybody later. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Thank you so much.
Yep.
And we'll be back.
Bye.
I'll be back next week to talk about some other shit. Definitely check out my new podcast tomorrow. It might not be live, so it might go up as audio only. I'll share the link on the Geeks 5 Ever page and on my own personal Facebook. But the new podcast is called Woke Up and Chose Violence Today.
I like it.
That's gonna be fantastic.
It's literally a bitching and complaining podcast. Like, you know what pisses me off? Overpriced parking.
Oof.
Yeah. There was one parking garage that was only charging $10, but it filled up pretty quick.
Of course it did. Fucking cheapskate weaves. I mean, of course it did.
Yeah. All right, bye guys.
All right, bye everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming on. We'll catch everybody hopefully on Friday. Peace out.
Later.
See ya.